Greetings, boys and girls, octogenarians, adults, and children of all ages, and welcome to another Trippy Food Grab Bag live stream. It just worked out that way, but I would say like half the stuff that we got is from H Mart and half of the stuff is from John's Marketplace. We've done both of those exclusively before. There seems to be a little bit of a lag in the video. What do you guys think? How does things look for you? Look okay? Video look okay? Audio sound okay? Everything good? Hey, Jessica Stanton is in the room. Welcome. Doodle is going crazy here because he wants his snack. And unfortunately, if I give him his snack, he's going to run off, and you guys won't be able to see him. So hopefully he'll come back later. You know, maybe as I start opening food and he starts smelling it, he'll come back. But he's going into insanity mode here, so I better give him the snack. Hey, Ice Hand 69 is in the room, and Ludwig. There you go, dude. Wait, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you half of this, and then that way, you know, you come back. I'm clever like that. I'd be more clever if I could cut this. There we go. There you go, Doodle. And off he goes. So welcome, everybody. Hey, Jeff, welcome. Glad you can make it. Which Jeff? I know a lot of Jeffs. So welcome, everybody. Hope you've had a fine weekend. I'm trying to remember if it was last week or the week before we had the eclipse. That was a partial eclipse. We just saw it. Somebody had the glasses and we looked at it. It was kind of cool. It looked like a crescent moon, but and the light was kind of weird. But other than that, what else happened this week? Locally, anyways, not too much at all. So finishing up a bunch of episodes. I have a master episode from Griffith Park that I'm trying to finalize. I'll have to finalize that next week, and then that'll be 5 parts because it's over an hour all put together. Because Griffith Park is pretty big. Most people don't realize that. Hey, John, welcome. Glad you could make it. Love you too. Question: are we doing cards today? Yes, Jessica, we are doing cards, unless you would prefer we don't. But I have the cards at the ready. So as far as I know, we are going to pumpkin-themed snacks. Is that a suggestion, or is that what you're eating, Ludwig? I say Ludwig, but it's Ludwig in your case. So how is everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? I see Ludwig Spooky. Other than that, hey, Beanman25 Jr., welcome. Happy Sunday to you as well. Greg Wells will not be joining us today because it's Monday where he is and he has to work. So he will not be joining us, unfortunately, but he can watch the playback, which is a fun thing. There was somebody else that said they wouldn't be able to join in the chat, but they would listen to the live stream. So I can't remember who it was, but whoever it is, welcome. It's okay to be lurking in the background. Now, I don't know how many of you saw Friday night, Tom, old guy in Colorado, did his 1,000 episode celebration. And as promised, he ate oysters with Vienna sausage, with blue cheese dressing, with chocolate syrup. And the presentation was wonderful. He had this huge oyster. It was about that big. And he cut the Vienna sausage into kind of like rings, and he kind of put them around that. And then in the middle, he put a combination of the chocolate sauce and the blue cheese dressing. I think he managed 2 bites. And when I say managed, he got 2 bites into his mouth and was unable to get any more in there and was unable to keep it in there. So if you haven't seen that, I think it's probably recorded. So if you go out to old guy in Colorado, go on to, hey there, speak of the devil. If you go onto his website, his YouTube page, old guy in Colorado, I'm sure it's up there where you can watch it in its entirety. But it was fun. Fun was had. But oh yeah, Tom, I was just mentioning your 1,000 subscriber live stream. So it was very entertaining. My heart went out to you. I felt bad for you, but you did a great. It was a great try. It was the old college try. So there we go. I would have chickened out. I'm a texture person. Yeah, and the thing is, wait a minute. Sound like Doodle. Doodle, you okay? All right. I think he's okay. Sound like a dog, like in pain. And I was hoping it wasn't him, but I think it's outside. I have the window open. I have a curtain over it just to kind of block the light from coming in. It's supposed to be in the 70s today, but it feels a lot hotter than that when I took Doodle out. So I don't want to steal your thunder, Tom, but I was telling people that if they wanted to watch it, they can still watch it. They can go out because it's posted, it's up, right? They can actually watch your live stream where you were you did your you made good on your promise for when you got 1,000 subscribers. Is that correct? Am I correct? I think. Hey, Janice is here. Now it's a party. Julie may not be joining us. I think there was a crafts fair this weekend, and I think she was going to be doing a crafts fair, so she probably will not be joining us today. Maybe she's listening. I don't know. But if you are, love you, Julie, and good luck at the crafts fair. Hey, there's Sonic. Hello, Sonic. Yes, people can watch it. Okay, good. I suggest people do. Not now, because we're doing a live stream. And those of you who typically watch Reckless Eating, Matt has not been live streaming in several days, multiple days. And the reason is that he has some sort of nasal thing going on. I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know what it is. He's got this kind of nasal thing going on, and he's been like, it's difficult to talk on for long periods of time. So he has been not live streaming. So maybe he'll join our live stream today. That would be fun. Matt, if you're there, join our live stream. It will be fun. Let's see. Val, please read my latest message. The one that said I love you, or did you send another one since then? I already responded to that. Did I miss one? Did I miss one, John? I thought I had mentioned that when I greeted you. If I missed one, let me know. Unless it didn't post. Unless there was one that didn't post. But I just see one from you previously. So let me know. Where were we? But she's not there. Santana covered the zombies. That is correct. I like both versions, actually. I like the guitar work in Santana's version, but I like the keyboard work from Rod Argent in the zombies version. So both versions are really good, and both have their pros and cons. I think the live Santana version is better than the studio Santana version, but like I said, both are great. Both are good. Have you tried the Cheetos pretzels? I did, and I thought that oh wait, hang on a second. That episode comes out tomorrow. So yeah, that comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific time, whatever time. Translate that to wherever you are. And hi, Doodle. There's Doodle. So yeah, that episode comes out tomorrow. So I didn't think they were disgusting. I found them interesting. Let's put it that way. There was nothing to write home about. Let's put it that way. Let's see. What did I miss? Well, somebody told me about her. Well, someone told me about her, the way she looked. Yeah, I love that song. Fall's time of year to have windows and let that cool, fresh water. Well, not in Southern California, Jessica. Again, it's supposed to be in the 70s the next couple of days, but I took Doodle out earlier, and it doesn't feel like 70s. It feels like 80s. Doodle is safe. Yes, he is. And he's going crazy like he wants another snack. Doodle, you got to pace yourself, brother. You got to pace yourself. Okay? You got to pace yourself. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. Let's say hi to everybody. The Prince of Dogness, everybody. It's Doodle. I ruined myself. I'll never be able to eat another roll. You didn't like raw oysters anyways, Tom. So there we go. I'm like tempted to do it just because I'm curious as to how that actually tasted, but I'm not going to steal your thunder. So what I might actually do, because I think you chose stuff that you don't like. That's what it was. Is you chose stuff that you don't like. So I might do something similar where I choose like 4 things that I don't like and mix them together. But like I said, I don't want to steal your thunder on that one, but I am curious as to how it tasted. So let's put it that way. Doodle begging is super cute. Well, at first, it gets old. How are we doing, Doodle? You doing okay? You just want to be pet, huh? You just want to be pet. That's all there is to life, is just wanting to be pet. I want to see you eat it. No thunder to steal. All right. All right, we'll do that. So maybe we'll just do it. Maybe we'll like. I don't got to do it a live stream. We'll do it as a separate episode, and then maybe like. So what's our next milestone? 6,000 subscribers, I guess. So we're at like 4,500 right now, or 5,400, 5,400 subscribers right now. So maybe our next milestone is 6,000, and maybe at 6,000 I do something different. I'm up for suggestions, but I could do something similar to what Tom did, and then I'll take like a bunch of my kryptonite foods and mix them together. We can do that maybe. Obviously, our Ring of Fire 5,000 kind of exhausted our thing for doing hot stuff. So there we go. I managed to swallow. I didn't see you swallow the second bite. I thought you lost the second bite as well, but. All right, Tom. Well, if you want to see it, Tom, and it doesn't steal your thunder, then I will definitely do that. So I will do a separate episode where I pay tribute to you, Tom, by eating what you ate, and we'll see how far I can get into it. So we'll see. You should do it live stream. Well, Jessica, again, I don't want to. That's Tom's thing, right? Tom promised that for the longest time. There was so much excitement building and everything for Tom doing it. And then it was spectacular watching Tom do it. And it was a fun, party atmosphere. And I don't want to take that away from Tom. So, but if Tom wants to see me do it, I will do it as a separate episode. So there we go. I'll just leave the camera running with no cuts so that you guys, can tell that I'm not substituting anything. So there we go. 4 disgusting food tastes, part of the old guy taste Olympics. I like that. Maybe that's what we call the episode, the old guy taste Olympics. And I take four foods that I don't like and mix them together. What would that be? What would 4 foods that I don't like be? Caramel would be in the top 10. Definitely caramel. Canned peas, canned or frozen peas, either one. Not really a big fan of those. Silkworm pupa, for sure. Definitely silkworm pupa. And what else? I'm trying to think what else it is that I don't like. It's probably, SpaghettiOs. I think SpaghettiOs, maybe. But that might be too tame. I don't think it's something a little bit more harsh than that. So, well, no, John, you're not invisible. You asked me to address your last post, and I thought I did, and I asked you if I didn't see it for you to post again. You said, Val, please read my latest message, and then you say you're invisible again. So I'm missing something somewhere. If you said something, it didn't post, so you're not invisible, John, because we can clearly see your text that says, I am invisible now. We can see you, so you're not invisible. No need to be sorry, Jessica. Like I said, I just, I don't want to, I know Tom says he's not stealing his thunder. I want that to be Tom's thing. That was definitely Tom's thing. Sort of like the kumquat thing. That's Tom's thing. And I do appreciate those in the room who when Tom is not here, when Tom has to leave early and everything, you jump in and do the kumquat thing, and I really appreciate that. Speaking of kumquat things, Tom is posting on his other YouTube channel, the Georgian Pudgy Show episodes, and I think there's 3 out now. And I think he's doing them weekly, so there's more to come, and we're going to be recording. We're going to be recording some other ones in the future. Tom, can you put up the link for your other the other YouTube channel where the Georgian Pudgy Show episodes are? And you guys should definitely check that out. It's a lot of fun. Fish sticks? No, I like fish sticks. Well, it depends on the fish sticks. Again, some of the stuff is just like, I don't like low quality stuff, right? Which is why I don't like SpaghettiOs, but I do like spaghetti rings, like if they're made right. So, I don't know about that. Or like peas. I like mushy peas. I like fresh peas. I don't like canned peas, and I don't like frozen peas. But there we go. How about Hakarl? I could do Hakarl, but I mean, honestly, it wasn't that bad taste-wise. It's just the smell was bad, and that just punishes Claudia. So I don't know about Hakarl. Like you could say durian. I like durian. As far as like stinky tofu goes, we filmed a We Go Main show with Matt. I think it was last week or the week before. I can't remember. We filmed the We Go Main show with Matt. And we tried it. We went to a bunch of different places out his way. And one of the places that I took him to There's a place called Tofu King who does stinky tofu. You can smell the place before you get up to it. So I'm not going to spoil the results of it, but we did get a spicy stinky tofu, and I finished it, so that doesn't bother me. Natto is another thing that bothers some people. Doesn't bother me. So it has to be something that I really don't like. Yeah, Boyardee in general. Most of the Boyardee products, Chef Boyardee SpaghettiOs, I used to eat after I came home from junior high school. It was fun. Yeah, a lot of people do. Julie used to eat it when she was little. I never gave it to her because I come from an Italian American household. That's not going to happen. Yeah, Doodle's okay. Sonic. I'm kind of getting messed up a little bit. What is this? Oh, okay. So Tom posted it there. So if you look at Tom's last post up there, he posts the link for the Georgian Pudgy show. So check that out. Doodle's now moving the teeth. No, he doesn't bite. He's never bitten me. Never. He plays, but I think maybe he's hungry, and I wish I had, I don't want to like take a break and go feed him because that could take a while. He's good for a while, but here's what I'll do. I give him another snack. I got another piece of snack. There we go. And he's gone. So here we go. I like Campbell's beefaroni. I don't know if I've ever had beefaroni. The ravioli is kind of nasty. It's like overcooked. And so I will also tell you that there was a meme cuisine that we did when I got together with Matt, and one of them involved the overstuffed ravioli, Campbell's overstuffed ravioli. Val, I just want to let you know I might be going to prison. That sucks. Are you sure about that, Tom? I mean, John? That really sucks. Wow, that's terrible. Well, maybe. Wow, gee, that's just bad news. So sorry about that. Make another burrito, Trippy Food. Well, wouldn't be a. What if? No, I was going to say, do yours as a burrito, but I don't think that that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Dinty Moore's beef stew. I like Dinty Moore's beef stew. We did a Dinty Moore beef stew episode. Sonic, did you see that? Hormel breakfast sausage biscuit is good too. Have not had that. What about raw octopus? By raw octopus, Jessica, do you mean live octopus? Well, they call it live octopus. They actually kill the octopus, but because the way the nervous system works, it continues to move around after it's dead, and you eat it while its tentacles are moving around. So I am planning on doing an episode on that, Jessica, but I just have not. It's not something you really go do yourself. You want to go with other people. So I'm trying to get some people together to do that. But we will be doing that in the future. The live octopus. Live octopus. Hey, Lois Griffin has just entered the room. Welcome, Lois. Phil, with your tricycle. Oh, my ex-wife boyfriend tried to hurt my daughter, so I am on the rampage. She is only 1 year old. Yeah, well, you got to protect your family. So, there you go. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that still, John, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, but keep us posted. Let's see. Escargot. Did we do escargot? I don't think we've ever done escargot. I seem to remember getting escargot because somebody had requested it. Janice, can you do me a big favor? Can you check our episodes and see if we did an escargot episode, or maybe we did it in a live stream? Because I seem to remember doing it. I seem to remember. I think John King, John, if I'm not mistaken, you had requested that we do escargot, and I think maybe we did it on a live stream. So it's going to be hard to find, Janice, if it's a live stream, but. Snails is okay with you, Val. Yeah, it's just another mollusk. There's no difference, really. Well, on the animal world family tree, there's no difference between a snail and squid and octopus and clams and oysters. They're all mollusks. So there you go. You should try rose pork brains with milk gravy canned. Oh, you can buy that canned? Rose pork brains with milk gravy canned. I'll have to see where I can find that. Miguel, that sounds interesting. Go ahead and put that in the suggestion box. That sounds interesting. Would like to try that. You did, John. Yes, that's what I thought you had. I thought you were the one that had suggested that, and I thought we did it, but I just couldn't remember if we did it for live stream or we did it for an episode. But I'm pretty sure we did it for a live stream for you. Hey Miguel, head cheese is similar. Head cheese is similar to pork brains? Not even the same thing. Head cheese is made from cooking down a pig's head. Now, usually when they do that, they cut it in half because they want to take the brains out and they take the eyes out because they don't want that to kind of mess with the taste of it. So they cut it in half. I'm trying to think of, I think on my blog, we do somebody making head cheese. It was Ben Ford, Chef Ben Ford from Ford's Filling Station. He made head cheese, and we kind of documented that process. So he cuts the pig's head, skin and all, the whole thing, cuts it in half, takes out the brain, takes out the eyes, puts that in a big pot and cooks that with spices and different things. And then he puts in a couple of trotters, which is this part here, and puts in a couple of trotters, cuts up the meat, puts it in it's not really similar because pork brains are the brains and head cheese is made with the rest of the head without the brains. But Adam Heb has just entered the room. Adam, your name looks different. So a lot of people, I think, every once in a while change the names, and it's hard getting caught up in it. Or I say, what brings you to our channel? And they say, oh, I've been here before. I just enter a different name. And what part of a pig isn't? Literally, I think I've eaten every part of a pig. Literally every part of a pig. I've had pig stomach. I've had pig testicles. I've had all the parts of the pig head, pig eyes, even pig penis, believe it or not. I have to see. I'm going to see if Eddie Lynn has a video of us cooking the pig penis. I have to see if I can find that from it. Maybe Eddie has that. Let's see if I can get that from him. If pigs had wings, they would be delicious. They're still delicious. But pig wings, like buffalo style pig wings, those would be good. Just that description alone of head cheese would get us all killed if aliens visited us. Well, especially if aliens look like pigs. Miguel, we should hang out. Oh, okay. John is talking to Miguel. I've eaten pork ears, pork ribs, pork belly, all good. Pork ears, you got to cook it the right way, though. It depends on the presentation. I've had it like Chinese style, where they kind of cut it into strips and then make those into rings and cook it that way. I've had it in Colombia, where it was slow cooked over a period of time and served with salsa criolla. So I had pork ears as well. Now, does head cheese have to use pig? Can it use another? I guess you mean another animal. I would think so, because what happens is the skin and the bones of most animals have collagen in it, and that collagen is really what makes it. Adam, we did an episode where we made alligator head cheese. So we had a baby alligator, we took its head and we cooked it down and we made alligator head cheese. So yeah, it's possible to do it with any animal that we've collagen down to the bones and the bones and the skin. And I can't think of a single animal where you can't. So there we go. Soy sauce pork ears with bones sliced up. It's tasty. It is tasty. Yes, you're absolutely right. Asian style. Collagen breaks down into gelatin slowly. Yeah, well, you have to cook it a long time. But I want to meet you someday because you're cool and awesome, and I will tell you that you are part of my family forever. Well, thank you, John. It would be nice to meet you as well. So we'll have to figure. It would be nice to meet all you people. You people. What do you mean, you people? It would be nice to meet everybody. At some point in time, we'll have to figure out, like, especially if we're going to be traveling, if we're going to be in certain areas where we'll do like a meet and greet, even if it's a small meet and greet, So there we go. Only love pork chops and steak and chicken. So Jessica, when you say pork chops, you mean that's the only part of the pig that you eat is the pork chops. So you don't eat bacon? Have you had bacon? Val, have you eaten a Chinese cold plate? Val, seaweed, tofu slices, pork ears, roasted beef shanks, and tea smoked egg. Not that specifically. I've had all those things, just not together on a single plate. And how is the seaweed? So you're not talking about like nori. You're not talking about the papery seaweed. You're talking about like a seaweed salad, right? Tofu slices, pork ears, roasted beef. It all sounds good. And I've had all those things. I just have not had them all together. So is that a thing where you just go to a place and you order a Chinese cold plate and you get that? Because I would definitely try that. Pork brains and eggs. And that is so Are you suggesting, Miguel, then that the canned pork brains to make that with eggs? And if you make that with eggs, what is it, like fried eggs? You do it with fried eggs? Is that how that works? You have it for breakfast? No, the wet seaweed. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, wet cold plate. The brains typically pork are seasoned with salt, pepper, and a bit of paprika, then tossed in a hot pan before the eggs are added into the mix. Did the brains fall apart? I'm just gonna have to do that. Miguel, make sure you put that in the suggestion box. I definitely want to do that. So there we go. Want to try raw or grilled stuff with Matt Zion and Chuck Rowland. Well, Jessica, the problem with that is that you are on the East Coast, they're on the West Coast. They don't really travel to the East Coast anymore. But if that ever happens, the thing is, if Matt, and maybe Chuck Rowland, but if Matt comes to the Boston area, I will come out with him because I can show him around and stuff, and then we'll do that. We'll get together and do that. So that would be cool. Perhaps we can make in Vegas sometime before the end of the year. Trippy Food, maybe Janice, maybe you and Ed can make the road trip with Val. Let us know when, Tom, because I need to plan that out ahead of time. So let us, definitely let us know. That'd be fun, and there'd be some cool stuff to do in Vegas as well. Meet and greet Val at ValCon, ValCon before the Old Guy Taste Olympics. There we go, a couple of events not to miss. It would be cool if Chef Gordon Ramsay does your live stream. I'm not a big fan of Gordon Ramsay. He's kind of a jerk, and I know that people say that it's a character he portrays. He does it for television, but in real life, he's a nice guy. It doesn't matter. You're going to portray a character, portray a decent character. He doesn't have to do the stuff that he does, even if it's just an act. So yeah, I'm not really into it. I would have Guy Fieri on my live stream. I would have Adam Richman on my live stream. I would have Andrew Zimmern on my live stream. I would have a lot. Rachel Ray I would have on my live stream. I would have, it would have to be somebody who's really doing something interesting. I've met a lot of big name chefs. I've met who's the guy that has the French Laundry, like Michelin starred chef. Morimoto, I've met him. Wolfgang Puck, I've met Wolfgang Puck, and most of them, I would say, for the are nice guys. They're decent guys. The guy from Restaurant Impossible. I don't know if I've watched Restaurant Impossible. I'll have to check that out. You actually treated staff like that in a real restaurant, you'd be fired in a millisecond. No, actually not, because I know that actually does happen. I actually know that there's some kitchens where and the thing is their attitude, the chef's attitude is like, if you want to do this, you want to do this for a living, you're going to have to suck it up and you're going to have to be, whatever. So I know that actually does take place, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. If you're nurturing, if you teach people, it goes a long way towards keeping people. And if you want to have a constant rotation in your kitchen, fine, be that way. And a lot of people do. Robert Irvine, I'll have to check that out. Language of TV, deceit. Yeah, pretty much. That's why a lot of people think that that this is an act. But it actually, now I'm not making a comment either way about what their channel is like. But if you take, I thought that was Doodle. But if you take somebody like Joey's World Tour, have you guys seen Joey's World Tour? So he's like, I was like, he's not like that, because I've seen videos where he's complaining about something and he's out of character and he's himself, and I guess that doesn't play. I don't know, because I've never seen him outside of that, but I think Dane Drops he is probably portraying a character. So I know for a fact, just because I've worked with him, that LA Beast Kevin is just the way he is on stream. Matt is definitely the way he is on stream. Chris is a little bit different. I think Chris kind of portrays a character more than Matt does. But because we had a lot of time to get to know each other when we went up to San Francisco, me and Chris, and it's fascinating to have a really interesting discussion with Chris. So there we go. Val, I believe you were a real person with good, honest personality. Well, thank you, Sonic. Work for chefs that made Gordon Ramsay seem like preschool teacher. Yeah, exactly, Tom. Exactly. So that stuff does go on, and maybe it makes for good television. People don't want to see somebody who goes like, hey, okay, so I see what you did there, And I think what you need to do is the next time you do that, just bring up the heat slowly on them. I think it'll come out a lot better. You got to make that real quick though, because we got somebody waiting for that. But yeah, just make that again, and then just remember to bring the heat up slowly. That works, but people don't want to see that on television. People do not want to see that on television. Marco Pierre White always says that Ramsay is a pussycat and makes terrible risottos. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like off screen, he's probably a nice guy, but because he portrays a jerk, I won't get that far. I have no thing about meeting him. Oh, we were talking about people who we'd like to get like either on a live stream or an episode at least, and it's fun. Well, Andrew Zimmer, we kind of did only because, but I was on his show as opposed to him being on my show. But somebody who is not, who's not a chef or into cooking or anything else like that, that I would like to have on, is Jay Leno, just for the sake of showing that he and I don't look like each other. And I think it would be fun to have Jay Leno to do something with Jay Leno. That'd be fun. You were watching and read her on her channel, How to Cook That. She seems like an awesome person. I have not ice hand, but I will definitely check that out. Ian Kiner, you met on Let's Peep This Out. I didn't meet him. I was in his chat and he responded to my thing in the chat, but that's it. I've never actually met him. I think Matt did. I think Reckless Eating, Matt from Reckless Eating, I think he has met Ian. I think they did something together. I can't remember exactly what it was. Maybe they did a couple things together, from what I remember. But I've not actually physically met Ian. I've not done anything with him yet. So open invitation for him, but it's up to him. Val, you were on his live stream. I met you both there last year. Yeah, on the live stream, but not physically on the live stream, right? So I mean, like we were never in the same place together. We were never even connected to each other where like we're talking face to face and you can see us both at the same time. I've never physically met him. I've only talked to him in the chat on his live stream. So there we go. I don't think he's ever come onto my live stream as far as I can remember. Though I imagine everyone makes terrible risottos compared to. I wouldn't even try to make a risotto. Let's put it that way. I would not even try to make a risotto. I don't like Jay Leno personally. He took the Tonight Show away from Conan. Okay, but it's hard to say personally because you don't know him personally. But yeah, that's something that. That's the thing is like, honestly, there are probably things about everybody, just some are more public that that you can say, I don't like this guy because of this, right? Because of something that they did. So even you look into my past or my stuff that I've done, there's probably stuff that I've done that's angered people or upset people or something to where they don't really care about meeting me either. So I don't know. Okay. Anyways, it's like 1:30. So usually Janice by this point is going, Val, your snacks. But Jay Leno was okay after Johnny Carson moved on, but he was fighting with David Letterman and then Conan, which was cool. Yeah, and it seems like now, like the late night hosts, they kind of get along together. They all kind of get along together. So like I think during the writer's strike, they were doing like podcasts where all of them would get together at the same time. So it was like Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon, and I think Conan joined them once, and Stephen Colbert. There was a bunch of them, and they all kind of joined each other. So there we go. Okay, snack time. You're absolutely right. I'm going to pour myself a little bit more coffee here while it's still semi-hot. This is my morning coffee that I'm drinking in the afternoon. Val, I just found eggnog. Yeah, John, it's out there now. So last time I was in Ralph's, and for those of you who are not in the Southern California or California area, Ralph's is our local Kroger store. I was in Ralph's, what day was that? Like Wednesday or Thursday, and there's a whole case full of eggnog and eggnoggy stuff. So there we go. I love iced coffee too. Sonic, you know who loves iced coffee even in the winter is Julie. So like in the winter, in Boston, when it's like 30 degrees, she'll still go and get an iced coffee. So, all right, so let's get started. We are going to start with our adult beverage, which is right here. So you guys can look at that while I read a card. Jessica, you want the cards, right? I mean, like I don't know that we got that straightened out where you said, are you doing the cards? And so the question was, do you want me to do the cards or do you not want me to, like, Val, don't do the cards. Don't do the cards. So I don't know. So I'm gonna do it, assuming that you want me to. But here we go. Cold brew on a crisp winter morning is the one. Yeah, they eat a lot of ice cream in Boston area too. I think the only city per capita that eats more ice cream than Boston year round, so that includes the winter, is Anchorage, Alaska. Go figure. The question is, Jack Daniel's whiskey is made in which U.S. state? Again, the question, Jack Daniel's whiskey is made in which U.S. state? Blessed be the Val card. Well, apparently, everyone wants the cards. So I'm in Texas, Austin area, taking care of my dad while my mom is in the hospital. All right, well, Tom, I know that Miguel is in that area, so maybe we could get together with Miguel while you're down there. But I'm not sure who else is from Texas. But yeah, enjoy Texas while you're down there, at least. All right, so this is Old Prague, original Czech beer, Old Prague, and this is, what was that one? That was Premium Dark beer. This is a 4.6 ABV. This is from Old Prague Distribution. That's the name of the brewery, Old Prague Distribution, from Prague, Czech Republic. I don't know how old they are. I don't know how long they've been around. I don't think they've been around a long time. I think they maybe reused the brewery and everything. But I couldn't get a lot of information on that. If I get the information, I share it with you guys. I love the cards, but it's not my decision to make. That's yours. No. It's not. It is your decision, not you personally, Jessica, but you out there. I don't have to do the cards, and I don't mind doing the cards. So the thing is, if you like them, I'll do them, and if you don't like them, I'll stop doing it. I'm gonna leave it up. Here's what I'm gonna do right now. Stop what I'm doing. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a poll. Where do I do my poll? Gauge your audience. Where did they hide that now? Where's my poll? I can't find it. Why can I not find it? I want to do a poll. Engage with your audience. Start a QA. Start a poll. Ah, there we go. All right. We aim to please, Jessica. So there it is. Okay, so there is a poll. There's a poll going. So at your leisure, please answer the poll questions, and we will do it either way, whatever everybody wants. Val Slim? No, Val Chunky. Poll. Where's my poll? Can't find it. There's a personal joke about that, and I just a friend of mine has a friend who's Polish, and she says they're about 7 feet tall, and I go like, oh, a 7-foot pole. Julie is not here to rate my pour. This is a dark beer. This is definitely a dark beer. Look at that. Can you see me? Spiked eggnog is awesome. I do like spiked eggnog. What do you spike it with, or what do you like it spiked with, John? I usually like some kind of rum. I used to put Bacardi in that. Bacardi is not a great rum. I like Kraken. Kraken is I like that rum. There's some Crucian rums too. St. Croix is famous for making rum, and there's some good Crucian rums as well. But yeah, if I was going to make it, I would put Kraken in it because that's one of my favorite rums. You know who was making rum for a while was Ron Jeremy, because Ron in Spanish means rum, and his name was Ron. So his Ron Jeremy had a brand of rum called Ron Jeremy. There you go. What's the ABV? Hey, Dan Portnier has just joined us. The ABV is 4.6 on that. Welcome, Dan. That's nice. It's a hint of bitterness, but it's not crazy. There's It's kind of weird. There's almost like a graham cracker taste there. It's really smooth. Slight bit of sweetness. Maybe even a little fruity. That's a nice beer. That's getting a thumbs up. And again, I got this at John's Marketplace because they're known for Eastern European and Mediterranean groceries. This is again from Prague in the Czech Republic, and it's pretty good. So I don't know what the 11 means, but like I said, not a lot of information on their website. So that's going to get a big thumbs up. All right, so let's read our question, and our question was Jack Daniel's whiskey. Come on, it's only 4.6%. Jack Daniel's whiskey is made in which U.S. state? Let's see. Icehand said Kentucky. Ludwig said Lynchburg, Tennessee. Sonic said Tennessee. Janice Yamanik said Tennessee. Sonic said Nashville. So he said Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, Nashville, Tennessee. I get it. Sonic said Nashville, Tennessee. Tom said Tennisquati. Ludwig said Tennatuxis. It kind of goes off on a rail there. Tennedequati, Jessica says. It is, in fact, Tennessee. So most or not all of you are correct. Alrighty, that goes in the back. And we're going to do our first snack. I'm going to do this one next only because it kind of gets melty if I leave it out too long because it's something that's refrigerated. So we'll do this one first. So let us go ahead. Here, let the dragon take care of that for a second. We'll read another card. And the question is, what fish is usually used in the Burmese dish mohinga? Again, what fish is usually used in the Burmese dish mohinga? The card over there. Get started. Move my delicious beer over there. And let's dig into this. This is Bandi, or Bandi, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, Bandi Foods cheesecake bar. It's a cheesecake bar. It is chocolate covered, and this is a poppy seed cheesecake bar. It is the strangest thing I've ever seen, a poppy seed cheesecake bar. This I got at John's Marketplace. I got my big fat head in the way so you can't see it. I can't focus on that. There we go. So we're going to try this. I don't know anything about Bandi Foods. The information about them online is limited. Let's see, where are they from? This is a product of Lithuania. I don't think they're a Lithuanian company. It looks like they're from Canada. Huh, interesting. All right. I scrolled too far. I'm going to cut a piece of this off without biting it off. Yeah, see, it's already melty. This was in the refrigerator before I started. So, just 45 minutes ago, I took it out of the refrigerator and it's all melty already. So that happens. Let's see. I'm just gonna use the fork. Bimbo. Oh my God, what did I do? What did I undid? What am I? There we go. Press the wrong button. Yeah, this is melting all over the place. Not very stable. There we go. It's a cheesecake bite, so I'll use a fork. I imagine this is going to turn into liquid before the end of the live stream. All right, texturally, it's really weird because you get all those poppy seeds crunching. That's weird. It gets chewy. I feel like I'm getting those poppy seeds stuck in my teeth. And there's a fruit flavor. I'm not sure why it has a fruit flavor. There's definitely there's no picture of fruit. It doesn't mention any kind of fruit. There's definitely a fruit flavor there. It does have a cheesecake taste, but it doesn't have the cheesecake consistency. It doesn't taste like something baked. It tastes like something that's whipped. Chocolate's not bad. Now, weird is usually a good thing. I'm going to say thumbs up, trending downward a little bit. I just don't like the poppy seeds getting stuck in my teeth, so it's kind of annoying. So that yeah, thumbs up, trending downward. I think on that one. First liquor to ever get me blacked out was cranberry and orange juice with vodka. Is that a Cape Cod, or is it a Cape Cod just the cranberry juice and vodka? I don't remember, Jessica. Do you remember? Do you know? I am delayed by a few minutes. Oh, sorry to hear that. I think, is everybody else having the same thing? Are you guys having, is there a delay? Are you guys seeing a delay? Better put it back in the fridge, but, well, that's like all the way over there. And I can still use it for goût mélange and just like squirt it out, right? There we go. You see that Pepper X is the new world's hottest pepper. It is, but it's still not commercially available. That's the problem. Pepper X has been around for a while, though. So if you remember back when, let's see, this is a couple of years ago, I did an episode with Katie from Beyond Seattle Eats, and we did chicken wings with the XXX from First We Feast hot ones. So we had a bottle of that. So that XXX is the Pepper X made with that. It's been out for a while, but they're the only ones that really make that. It's not really it's not as widely commercial available as the Reaper is. So, and it's not that crazy hot when you're eating in the sauce like that. I'm like, I would not eat a fresh pod, but Katie would. I would not. But yeah, it's been out for a while. So and I think there are actually some that are hotter than that, except they're kind of being bred right now, and it's not really as common or popular. But yeah, I did see that, as a matter of fact. Poppy seed and cheesecake. I have made 108 different flavors of cheesecake, including some savory, but poppy seed never came to mind. Yeah, that's why I thought that was odd, Tom. And I saw it on the shelf, and I said, poppy seed cheesecake bite? I have to try that because that's unusual. And that's why it's still rated kind of high. Like I think if it just had normal flavors like vanilla or something and had that same texture and everything, it would have rated much lower. But the fact that it's poppy seed and it's unusual is what gave it a little higher rating. I just can't give it a total thumbs up because the poppy seeds, the chewiness and the poppy seeds stuck in the teeth and everything. So my video and audio are in sync. Oh, good, Sonic. That's good. What was the first liquor that made you black out? Honestly, Jessica, I've never blacked out from alcohol. So it doesn't mean I've never been drunk. It just means I've never blacked out from alcohol. Now, I do, I say that with a caveat because when I went to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, I had two hurricanes because they tasted like fruit punch. So I just thought, yeah, give me another one of those. I had to piece together what happened the night before. So, I mean, apparently I did not black out because I managed to stay there till everyone got together, got back on the van, got back to the place where we were staying, apparently. It's just that when I woke up in the morning, I had to kind of piece things together. So that's probably the drunkest I've been, but I've never blacked out from alcohol. I never got so drunk in alcohol that I blacked out. Let's see. Do you like Goldschlager? It's kind of, Miguel, it's kind of like a trendy kind of thing. I mean, I like schnapps, different flavored schnapps and everything. They're okay, but they're kind of like, to me, they're kind of like novelty things. You know, I mean, just like straight ahead schnapps, you know, but with gold in it, gold is inert, right? So gold, it has no nutritional value. It has no flavor. It doesn't add anything. It's just something to put in things or on things to make them look interesting. But it really has no nutritional value and it has no flavor or anything. No, also won't harm you, but yeah, it's just kind of a gimmicky thing. So to me, it's kind of like I would rather spend my money on something where I'm going to try a different or unusual flavor. I would say, like as far as liqueur goes, that I like the things with unusual flavor, like Chinar. If you have not tried Cynar, I think it's Cynar, Cynar, and it's an Italian liqueur, and it's made with artichokes. So it's really interesting. I like that on the rocks. Just kind of sip that, but I can see where it could be an off-putting flavor for some people. What Dan should do is drag the red bar at the bottom of the video all the way to the right, and then he won't be delayed anymore. Oh, okay. Dan, try that, because I'm not sure. I'm not seeing the same thing, but I've never watched my live stream live while I'm doing it. So there we go. There's always a delay. For me, it's about 20 seconds. Interesting. If that's something that I can fix, Tom, let me know. Would you ever collab with Carpetbagger? Carpetbagger is he is a road trip guy, right? He goes different places. Sure, why not? You know, like especially if I need to do more road trip stuff. I need to do more travel stuff. I do a lot of food stuff. I need to do more travel stuff. I do have the Griffith Park episodes coming out soon, and that is, hey, Grub Warp has entered the room. Welcome, Grub Warp. Good to see you again. Or collab with Adam the Woo. Sure, why not? Again, I don't know how to reach out to them, and but yeah, I would definitely do that. So if you know them, yeah, put a bug in their ear. I'd be happy to do that. That's fine. Alrighty, let's go on to our next snack. Right. Okay. So let's see. I think I'm going to do like the cold and moist stuff first. Savory, maybe. We'll see. All right. So let's read a card. Oh, I didn't answer the last card. So the question was, what fish is usually used in the Burmese dish mohinga? And let's see. Dan Portnier said catfish. Tom said pufferquat fish. That is correct. Janice Yamanaka said catfish. It is in fact catfish. So there we go. All right, let's see how the poll's doing. We're at 92%. Sounds like you guys like the cards, so, or the trivia questions. All right, next question. Smen, S-M-E-N, smen is an important cooking ingredient in North African and Middle Eastern cuisines. What is it? Okay, smen is an important cooking ingredient in North African and Middle Eastern cuisines. What is it? That goes over there, and let's do this one next. This guy here. So this is, let's see. Let me get caught up here. This is, the product line is called Veladis. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And this is caviar cream. Now, caviar, like real caviar, is from sturgeon. It's sturgeon roe, so it's the eggs from a sturgeon. It usually comes from the Caspian Sea, sturgeons from the Caspian Sea, because there's sturgeons all over the world, but they're usually from the ones from the Caspian Sea. It's very expensive. That's caviar. People, some companies, they'll any product made with fish eggs, they'll call it caviar. And it's really, not specifically caviar, which again comes from sturgeon, beluga sturgeon. So this is along those lines. So this is caviar cream. It is made with capelin caviar, and capelin is a small fish. It's in the smelt family. It's found in the North Atlantic, North Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. But Veladis is a product line of the Cleon Company, which was founded in 2005 in Zaporizhzhia, Ukraine. So this is a Ukrainian product. So it is capelin caviar with crab meat, and I guess it's in a cream base. So we're going to try that. Now, I don't think it's really necessary to put this in there as a product we're going to try. It's just toast. It's toast. Toast that comes in a package, and we're going to put some of that on that toast. I think what we're going to do is, for our goût mélange, I think we're going to toast it up. So we're going to make like a sandwich. The same thing when I stream, there's 20-second, 30-second delays. I think it's a buffer zone. Okay. That doesn't smell as fishy as I thought it was going to. It looks like Thousand Island dressing. We're going to try that on a piece of toast. Is the auto a YouTube problem? Is the auto what? Black sturgeon caviar is super expensive, but salmon and lumpfish caviar are very affordable. Yeah, again, I think it's because people just call the fish eggs in general, like, fish eggs, packaged fish eggs in general, caviar. So, but yeah, the sturgeon caviar is the most expensive. Caviar doesn't smell or taste fishy, more like the sea. Yeah, I like caviar because it's kind of like it pops, and then when it pops, you get that kind of salty, briny, oceany kind of flavor in your mouth. So I kind of like that. A lot of people don't, but to each his own. All right, there we go. You see the little orangey kind of specks, and those are the eggs. Wow. For something with both fish eggs and crab in it, it's really mild. Well, there is crab in here, Ludwig, but the little orange dots are the eggs. I can see like putting this on a bagel. It's almost like a really nice cream cheese smear. Schmear. That's really good. It does have that, like, you get that taste afterwards. You can taste the crab. You can taste the eggs, but they're not overpowering. It's not like it's not like a low tide kind of thing. It's creamy. It's a really nice spread. Like, I can see making a sandwich with that. It's really good. That's gonna get a thumbs up. That's gonna get a thumbs up. It's really, really good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I was kind of thinking it was going to be like a stinky kind of low tidy kind of thing, and it's not. So there we go. Refreshed. It's all good now. Oh, good, Jared. Excellent. Had caviar once when I turned 21 as part of my dinner that night. I've gone to a couple of like really high end parties where they had caviar, and I've tried it. So it's good. I like it. It's not something I have to have all the time though. Oh, I can't afford to have it all the time. There we go. Don't remember the question, so Fields of Quad. I bought 100 grams of black sturgeon caviar recently to celebrate a new job, and it was 100 pounds. That doesn't sound like a lot, though. But then again, I don't know what 100 grams looks like. Is like, what is this in grams? This is 180 grams. This is 180 grams. So it's almost half of this, almost half of that for 100 pounds. And a pound, I think, is less than $1 right now. I think the pound is less than an American dollar right now. So $100 for something about half the size is probably a good deal, actually. All right, well, Tom, you don't remember the question, so let me ask it again. And the question was, we'll use the same answer, it'll be fine. The question is, smen, S-M-E-N, is an important cooking ingredient in in North African and Middle Eastern cuisines. What is it? It is salted fermented butter. I didn't see other answers there. Let's see. Were there? Oh, Janice said salted, preserved, clarified butter. That's even more specific. Is it a spice? It is not a spice. I think that's the only other answer. So, all right, there we go. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. All right, we're going to do our last refrigerated item. So let's read another card. Because 93% of you say that we should continue to read the cards. So we're going to do that. Highland Spring is a brand which produces what drink? Drink. I was thinking it was soap. Highland Spring is a brand which produces what drink? It's kind of a tricky question. So think it out. And we are going to try, this is Gaiser's Fine Mother Goose. I'm not getting this, right? So that says fine and then Mother Goose in parentheses. I'm not sure, like, what is Mother Goose? it sounds like a name, but it might be actual product. Like it's saying this comes from a female goose, but it's not. It's not a goose. So this is allegedly. Hang on a second. Let's see. It is pork, chicken liver, and veal spread. So it says Mother Goose, but it is pork, chicken liver, and veal spread. There's no goose in here. I don't get it. I just don't get the name. Gaiser's Fine Mother Goose, but it's pork, chicken liver, and veal spread. Go figure. So it is from Gaiser's. Gaiser's, if I'm saying that right. Gaiser's in Union, New Jersey. Anything else about the company? I do not know. I do not know that. All right, let's see. I wonder why they wrap that in plastic. It seems like it's sealed, right? Here we go. So I'm gonna try to slice into that. That's what I'm gonna do. We get the cutting board. Let's see if we can cut like a slice of that and put that on toast. Toast, the new American favorite. Yes, it's bread. All right, here we go. Looking at my bottle cap, there's some paper on it. I gotta take it off. All right, here we go. Let's try it this way. See if this works. Might not. Ooh! It's like it wants to come out. All right, that's fine. Let's do it that way. It's a spread. It's busted at the seams. It looks like me trying to get it into an old suit. That'll work. Now, it says pork, chicken liver, and veal. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's only pork liver, and the other things are just pork. No, I'm sorry. It's chicken liver, but it's pork and veal. I don't think it's pork liver and veal liver. I think it's just pork and veal. Oh, my bread broke in half, but that's okay because I have the half with the spread on it. Let's see if we can get a close up there. Yes, no? Come on, work with me. Where's that sweet spot? Where is it? Come on, work with me, Mr. Camera. Oh, well. We tried. Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy, Ice Hand. Mother Goose, was that a rhyming book? It was. And I think Mother Goose, the person who wrote the stories as Mother Goose, was from Boston because there is a grave in the Granary Burial Grounds, which I think is from the 1600s, from someone named Mary Goose, who they're saying is Mother Goose. I don't remember when we did our Boston episode, our Freedom Trail episode, if we did Mary Goose's grave or not. It is Bob. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Glad to see you. Happy Sunday to you, Bob. How are things? I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get together when I came up last time, but I'm planning on coming back up again soon. So we definitely have to get together. We definitely have. It's been too long. So, Bob, everybody, REA Junior music. Does it taste anything like Braunschweiger? No, it's a lot more mellow, Tom. And again, because Braunschweiger, I think, is all liver, whereas this is a mixture of pork, chicken liver, and veal. I think it tones down the chicken, the livery flavor of the chicken liver and everything. This is good. So it's really mellow. If you're somebody who doesn't like liver, if you don't like liverwurst or Braunschweiger, you might actually like this. It's very smooth and it's very easy to eat. So I'm going to give that a thumbs up. There's nothing bad about that at all. It's actually quite tasty. So I'm going to put that away. I'm telling you, it's going to be a really interesting goop melange today. John Debney has entered the room. Welcome, John. Good to see you again. Glad you could make it. Happy Sunday to you, John. I could have used that for something else, but I don't like to waste things. So I need to move this out of the way. There we go. So let's see, how many snacks do we do? We did all the cold stuff. So we did our poppy seed cheesecake bite. We did our caviar cream, and we did our spread, our chicken liver spread. We'll do one more, and then we'll do our soft drink. So there we go. So this is a grab bag. So we're actually going to go in and grab something out of the bag. And today's bag is brought to you by Trader Joe's. All right, let's see. What do we got here? You know what? I have one sweet thing in here. Let's get that done. Let's do the sweet one next. All right. Did not answer that question though. The question was, Highland Spring is a brand which produces what drink? Let's see. Ludwig says mineral water. Janice Yamanaka says water. Tom says quat water. I think that's it. I don't see any other ones. It is in fact water. So any kind of water. Bar water. Toilet water. All right. This is what we're doing. These are, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right. It's Delicje. Delicje. I don't know how to pronounce that. And you guys can't tell me because I can't hear you. So this is a product of Poland, but this is from Mondelez International. They make everything and they own everything. So Mondelez International originally started out as Kraft. So J.L. Kraft and Brothers Company was founded in Chicago, Illinois by James Kraft in 1909. And yes, that's Kraft, like the macaroni and cheese people. Mondelez International was established in 2012 when Kraft Foods was renamed Mondelez and retained its snack food business. But the grocery business was spun off to a new company called Kraft Foods Group. So there you go. It's kind of a long way of saying we're going to try these today. So these are cherry flavored biscuits, artificially flavored. I hate when they do that. I mean, how hard is it? It seems like it to me. It seems like it's harder to actually come up with an artificial way of flavoring something than using the actual thing itself. Because there's so much experimenting, and you've got to put things together and find something that tastes like it that's not it, like putting chemicals together and everything. Whereas you can just like take cherries and cook them down and use that for flavoring. But what do I know? It says they're European biscuits, and they are a product of Poland, so they are European biscuits. Good to have you back, John. Hey, Scott is in the room as well. Hey, Val and chat, hope you're all doing well. Just listen while I'm at work. That's cool, Scott. We know you're here, and welcome. Glad you can make it. These are like little flying saucers. Val plays with his food. All right, here we go. Let's try that. I'm running out of room here. So that cherry flavor layer is just, you see that like just under the chocolate, just above the cookie. That's that cherry layer. It doesn't have that it doesn't have that punch in the face cherry taste. Who really likes to get punched in the face by cherries? The biscuit's kind of nice. It's fluffy. It's kind of a cross between a cookie and cake. The cherry flavoring is like a jelly, but not like jelly like peanut butter and jelly, like almost like a gelatin. It's like the texture of Jell-O if it wasn't cold. Just wish that it had more cherry taste, like a tart cherry, black cherry taste. That'd be nice. It's a little bit lacking in that. The difference in contrast in texture between the biscuit, the chocolate, and the jelly, I'm going to call it the jelly, is kind of nice. So I kind of like that. Again, I just wish that it would had a little bit more cherry flavor. So for me, it's a thumbs up, trending downwards slightly. There we go. Will Julie be joining today? I don't think so, Jared, because she was going to a craft fair. She's making stuff for a crafts fair, and that crafts fair was this weekend. I think it was yesterday and today, if I'm not mistaken. So she probably will not be joining us today, but you will most likely see her next week. Eli, what I miss? Everything so far, but that's why we do Group Mélange. You can walk in at any time, and as long as you're there for the end, you'll see everything that we tried just together. My morning coffee is now iced coffee. All right, time for our soft drink. So let's read another card. And the question is, Hokey Pokey is a flavor of ice cream in which country? Again, Hokey Pokey is a flavor of ice cream in which country? And here's a clue. You put your left hand in, you take your left hand out. You put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. That's not a clue. That's just, those are lyrics. All righty. Yes, welcome, Eli. All right, so we're going to try our soft drink. And this is, let's see if we can get that in focus. There we go. This is Kilikia. I think it's pronounced Kilikia. Kilikia. And they're famous for, there's a beverage called kvass, which is a fermented bread drink, like a fermented bread soda. We've done it before. I think it was on the live stream. We've done it before. But this is one of their other options. It's actually a brewery. They make fermented products, so they make beers. The name of the brewery is Beer of Yerevan. Yerevan being a city in Armenia. That's where it's produced. Beer of Yerevan was founded in 1952 in Yerevan, Armenia. So this is Kilikia cream soda soft drink. And I'm having a hard time with this because you think cream soda, like if cream soda is made with vanilla, you would think you would see vanilla beans on here. I'm not sure what it is. And all they show on here is ice cubes. There's pictures of ice cubes on there. They never really tell you anything about the flavor. This is a twist top, so we don't need to bring Richard Simmons back. I guess the dogs are taking me for a walk. Might be back before the stream end. Well, Tom, either way, we will see you soon. So thanks for joining us if we don't see you. Mixing all the food and the drinks at the end is the best part, and you have to wait for it. So it's the I see you shiver with anticipation. Nobody? Patient. Not a lot of Rocky Horror fans out there, apparently. It does look a little bit like a wine bottle, Jessica. You're absolutely correct. It has no smell. It smells like heat. I don't know. No. So Bob, it's like say it. So I say the patient. So it's like I see you shiver with anticipation, and then everyone goes say it, patient. You should do a live stream where every item is from a different country. That's not difficult, Adam. Put it in the suggestion box. I love Rocky Horror. I know the words, all the words. Oh, cool. They had meatloaf for dinner. That doesn't spoil it for anyone. Just smell it all. All right, let's try this. Kind of like a pale yellow color. It smells like, I don't know if anyone can relate to this. It smells like, like if you have a heater and you live in an area where it doesn't usually get cold, but you get that one day where the temperature drops down to the 30s and you have to turn that heater on. And when you first turn the heater back on, you get that smell of the dust that's kind of being heated up on top of the heater. You know that smell? You know what I'm talking about? That's what this smells like. I know, weird, huh? How many of you know the joys of an iron steam radiator? Jessica, you might. You might. I don't know, like if you're living in a new apartment or a house or like something, because you live in a place where the houses are very old. They go back. Some, you could actually find a house up there that goes back to the late 1600s, early 1700s. I lived in a house in Bedford, Massachusetts. That was the home of Colonel David Finch or Fitch. I think it was Fitch or Finch. I can't remember. And he was one of the Bedford militia, the Minutemen, like 1700s Minutemen. And I was living in the house that he lived in the 1700s. Had two central chimneys, so every room in the house had a chimney, fireplace, and everything. But any of the ones that had been modernized usually had steam radiators on them, and I can't describe what it looks like, but there's a bunch of it looks like, I don't know how to describe it, and they're all kind of put together, and then steam goes into them. When you first turn it on, after after summer, when it starts getting into the winter, it starts getting cold. You first turn that on, you hear this clanging sound, like all the pipes start clanging. It's like a banging, clanging sound. And then if there's dust on those radiators, then that causes that smell where you get the smell from the burnt stuff. I could, Jessica, just drink from the bottle. The reason that I don't is because typically, not in this case, because it's a clear glass bottle. But like, for instance, this one, I could drink this from the bottle, but then you guys can't see what that looks like because it's a brown bottle. So that's why I pour it into a glass. That's really light. Has nice carbonation. It's not overly sweet. It also doesn't taste like a cream soda, like your idea of a cream soda. Like I think, what would be like a popular brand of cream soda? I don't know that it really is. Like I like Sprecher's. I like Sprecher's everything. Everything. Tom and I were talking about this the other day because he just did Sprecher's. Maybe it was the cream soda. I think it was the cream soda Tom just did. But we have done multiple Sprecher's sodas on this channel before, and I have not had one that I don't like. I'm not a big soda fan, but I do like every once in a while like it. And Sprecher's amazing. Every single flavor of Sprecher's soda that I've had has been amazing. It just doesn't have that. It just doesn't have that kick. It does have that flavor, but it's just really light. It's light in general. It's not overly sweet. The flavor is really light. That's nice. That's nice. Like sometimes you just want the experience of just tasting that flavor. That magnification of flavor. And this just doesn't have that. It's just a little bit on the light side. But it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that it's light. It's mellow. It's not overly sweet. I think I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Again, it wouldn't be like my first pick if somebody says, would you like to try a cream soda? It would be not my first. It doesn't have that creaminess to it, but it's good, and it's going to get a thumbs up either way. So there we go. My house I live in goes way back. Yeah. So Jessica, I don't know. You have iron radiators, like steam radiators in there. Steam radiators look a little bit like accordion. I say that is an excellent description. They look a little bit like an accordion. I grew up because I grew up in the Boston area, so I grew up in old houses, like houses from the 1910s and stuff like that had those steam radiators in it. So I grew up with that. So to me, it's kind of like emblazoned in my mind. There we go. There's heaters in every room of my house, and my father makes me sweat all the time. Even now, he has the heat on, and it's 60 outside. Yeah, I like it's in the 70s. It's supposed to be in the 70s here today. I won't turn the heat on. Well, I haven't turned the heat on since I moved in here. It would have to go really, really cold. It would have to go down to the 30s for me to put the heater on. And I live in Southern California, so it doesn't happen very often. All right, yeah, that's going to get a thumbs up. So let's do this. I have a feeling this isn't going to be too bad. Again, because this is really light and it's not overly sweet, and this beer is kind of mellow. I think that's going to be pretty good. Mazel tov. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. I mean, it tastes like you're definitely putting things together that don't deserve to be put together. But what, honestly, like, there's probably a reason that people don't use beer as a mixer for things in general. It almost gives it a quality like a sherry. It almost has that kind of quality to it. It's like a sherry. It doesn't really taste like beer anymore. You can taste a little bit of the alcohol in it. It kind of accentuates that cream soda flavor. Pretty good. I wouldn't order it like, and I wouldn't go to a bar and say, "Hey, give me some Kilikia cream soda mixed with some Old Prague Premium Dark beer." But it works. It's okay. Thumbs up. Turning down slightly. There it is. Like I said, this is time of year to open all windows and let that nice, cool, fresh air in. Yeah, absolutely. I'm like that too. I love sleeping at night when it's cold. I open the windows and it's cold outside. I sleep so much better when it's cold out. All right, let's put that aside there. We got more beer. We got more snacks. All right. So I did not read we did not answer the question. The question was, Hokey Pokey is a flavor of ice cream from which country? And let's see, did people answer that? Yes. So Janice Yamanaka said New Zealand. Tom said North Queensland. Both of those are correct. Eli said, today I need menudo, campechana, and Howard the dog. Yeah, that would be so good. I think I'm going to do that. I think later on I'm going to go out and get me a bowl of menudo. Funny colored cream soda. Yeah, again, it's very light. I think that's what it is. So I think if it had more heavier cream soda flavor, Ludwig, it would be darker, I think. All righty. So did I miss anything? Let me know. All right. So let's go on to, let's see, we got 4 snacks left. Let's do that one next. I say that one. I know what I'm talking about. You guys are about to find out. So the question is, Stollen, Stollen, Stollen. Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong. Maybe it's Stalin. I'm not sure. I'll quit Stalin and read the question. Stollen is from which country? Stollen is from which country? There we go. I hear Doodle. Where is he? Doodle, the Prince of Darkness, everybody! Yay! It's Doodle, the Prince of Darkness himself. Hi, Doodle. How you doing? He's so cute. He's just such an adorable little guy. He's such an adorable little guy. Ooh, what was that? What was that? You hungry? You're hungry, I know. You know what? We got another half hour, and then I can get you some food. But in the meantime, I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going to get you another half a snack. How's that, Scooby? Half a snack. There goes the tail. He's going to be airborne in a second. He's going to helicopter out of here. Here you go, dude. All right, enjoy. All right, so you asked our question. Time to go back into the grab bag. Let's see. I think I'm going to do this next. So actually, thank you, Janice, for telling me about this. So I think it might have even been last week we did one of these Fillos. I'm not sure. Walking tamales. And so this is a different flavor. This is bean salsa habanero because Janice had tried these. And she said there's 3 of them. We did one last week. She's tried all 3 of them. And she said that this is probably the spiciest one. So I found this one. It was funny because I just found this one, didn't find the other one or the one that I already tried. So we're going to try this today. So this is from Sofrito Foods. Sofrito Foods was founded in 2015 by Daniel and Antonio Caballero in Geneva, Illinois. All right, we're going to try that. And again, this works like a push-up. Not like a push-up bra, like a push-up ice cream. Might work like a push-up bra. I don't think so, though. All right, let's see. See if we can do this without smushing it to death. There we go. There we go. All right. Cheers. After this, 3 snacks left, Jessica. I think there are 2 or 3 more. More? That stupid heart is like in the way. I can't see. Let's see, maybe if I make that bigger, that doesn't help. Maybe make it longer. That doesn't help either. I think you said there are. I think there are 2 or 3 more walking tamales that are sweet, but I can't read that last word because that little heart icon is over the top of it. I can't read it. Yes, Doodle's back and Doodle's gone. That quickly. Oh, thank you, Janice. That works. We want to heat this up because there's nothing like. I mean, tamales are typically eat them. You steam them, and then when they're still hot, you eat them while they're hot. But it's a walking tamale. The idea is you go into a store, you buy one of these, you rip the top off, and you eat it while you're walking, right? Here's another classic example of a tamale that apparently is going to eat itself. So it is a walking tamale, and the idea is these get eaten. So he's going to eat himself or herself, can't tell. Itself, their self. Doesn't really bring the heat. Now, what it does bring is the bean salsa. You can see it in there. You can see that in there. It does bring that. Oh, there it is. It's a little bit. It's a little bit sneaky. It waits. It comes in afterwards. It's a mild heat. I always expect habanero to be more spicy. There's like whole black beans in there. The texture is kind of weird. It's like, I wouldn't say it's like slimy, a little bit slimy. It's not off-putting. But the thing is, when you think of something like something has a name and your mind goes to what that's going to taste like. Oh, the cream soda, right? So you're like, your mind is picturing what that cream soda is going to taste like. You know what cream soda tastes like. And then you taste it and you're like, it's a little bit light for cream soda. Well, it's the same thing here for the tamales. Your mind reminds you what the texture of tamales are. And that one has a different texture. Now, it probably has a different texture because, again, it's sealed and it's something designed to, just open up and start eating. You really can't do that if you're going to steam that and it's hot. You're not going to walk with that in your hand with a hot tamale. So it's okay. I guess for the convenience of being able to walk down the street and eat a tamale, it's good, right? But if you want to compare it to like eating a homemade tamale or something, it's not going to be as good. So I'm going to say, and the level of heat's nice. It says habanero, which can be a little bit scary if you've already eaten a habanero pepper by itself. That can be a little bit scary, but this doesn't really bring habanero heat. So I'm going to say thumbs up, trending downward. So again, the texture would help. It would also help if you steam it, but I understand that you can't or you don't want to with something like this because it's a walking taco. And I don't even mind that the heat. That heat's not that big a deal because then other people can try that, and it still has the habanero flavor, just doesn't have that habanero heat, but that's okay. So yeah, thumbs up, trending downward. All right, let's read the card, and the question was stolen. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know. If anybody speaks German, spell it out for me phonetically. Stolen, Stollen, is from which country? And I think everybody said Germany, except Iceland, who said Poland. Stolen is from Poland. No, it's not. It's from Germany. Yeah, Jessica said Germany for the card question. It is, in fact, Germany. All righty. Now, I think what we have left is chips. I think we just have chips left. Not mistaken. Or chip-like substances. Chips, and nope, that's not chips. We'll do that one next. All right. So the question is, the Hunter region is famous for wine production? Where is it? The Hunter region is famous for wine production. Where is it? And it ain't Napa. All right. So these are, let's see, where are we? Let's get rid of that. Do I not have that up there? Do not have that up there. Yes, I do. All right. These are from Lotte. I think it's Lotte, L-O-T-T-E, Lotte. Lotte. Not sure how to pronounce that, L-O-T-T-E. Lotte Confectionery Pizza Biscotti Bites. So it's pizza Biscotti Bites. That's weird. Because I don't know if you've ever had biscotti, but biscotti is an Italian cookie, I want to say. They usually make it as like a kind of in a loaf, and then they cut it into slices, and you would like typically dip that in your coffee or your tea. It's like a hard cookie or biscuit that you have with coffee or tea. And usually they're flavored with anise, or sometimes they're chocolate, but they're really good. Pizza is weird. So I don't know if it's actually a biscotti that is pizza flavored, but it's really weird. So Lotte Confectionery was founded in Seoul, South Korea, by Shin Kyuk-ko as Lotte Company in 1948. It was established as Lotte Confectionery in 1967. So we're going to try these. These are a product of South Korea, to be specific. I don't know if they're seasoned or not, but I'm going to open these from the bottom. And again, because these came from Asia, they are packed tighter than Fort Knox, and so I'm going to have to use the scissors to open them. Nice smell. It doesn't smell like pizza. It smells sweet. It smells like, what does it smell like? It smells like a donut. It smells like donuts. Okay, so that looks like a little toast, crostini. It looks like a little crostini. It looks like you got some like cheese, some bubbled up cheese on there, I think. I don't know if it has tomato in it. It's sweet. Why is it sweet? It's supposed to taste like pizza. Well, there's a bunch of ingredients. Sugar. Sugar is the second ingredient in Biscotti Pizza Bites. That's bizarre. That is just messed up. Pizza is supposed to be savory. You're supposed to get that tang from the tomatoes, maybe the cheese. No, this doesn't make any sense. Citric acid. Because there's citric acid in everything. Citric acid, lactic acid. Well, because there's milk in there. No. Nope. Cornstarch. I don't get this. All right. Now here's the thing. If you're gonna make something called Biscotti Pizza Bites, having it taste like biscotti, that's cool. Having it taste like pizza, that's cool. Having it kind of like taste like neither and be in this like nether realm is not cool. So again, it tastes like this, which is not biscotti. It's sweet. So I'm getting more sweet than pizza. I'm hardly getting anything that tastes like pizza at all. I know there's cheese on it, but I'm not tasting it. I don't know that there's tomatoes. I didn't feel like reading the entire ingredients. These are sweeter than they taste like pizza. Don't taste like pizza at all. I'm gonna give them a thumbs down, trending upward. They're not horrible. They're not terrible, but they don't taste like they're supposed to taste. So that's why they're getting thumbs down, trending upward. If they tasted bad, they would be a total thumbs down. But there you go. Greg, hey, glad you could join us watching from work. That's cool. I was afraid you weren't going to be able to catch us at all. Greg, I wanted to tell you that on the 25th of this month, which I think is either Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember which, the 25th of October this year is the 100th anniversary of Vegemite. And because it is the 100th anniversary of Vegemite, I am recreating an offering that they had at Taco Bell on October 4th, which was International Taco Day. But it also incorporated Vegemite, which again is having its 100th birthday on October 25th. So my episode comes out on October 25th. And Greg, I think you will not want to miss that. And I'm really curious to see if you had tried the original offering from Taco Bell in Australia, because it was the only place where it was available. The offering from Taco Bell in Australia. So watch that episode when it comes out on the 25th. Again, I think it's Wednesday, and let me know, if it hits the mark and if you've tried it, what you thought of the original one. So let me know. But anyways, glad you could make it, Greg, finally. All right, let's go back and read the question. Hey, Greg, here's the question I asked that you missed. The Hunter region is famous for wine production. Where is it? You want to answer that, Greg? The Hunter region is famous for wine production. For its wine production, where is it? Jessica Stanton said Germany. Let's see, Ludwig. Oh, maybe that's the answer to the other question. Yeah, I think it's the stolen question. That's right. So Janet Hamanak said Australia. Bob, REA Junior Music, said Australia. Those look like the only two answers for that. It is, in fact, Australia. Well, Jessica, Doodle usually eats in the afternoon. So usually, like, if I feed him in the morning, he just sits in his dish all day until about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then he decides he's going to eat. I think he might be just a little bit hungry today, and so I have to kind of give him the chicken. These I feel good about giving him because it's not like a snacky kind of thing. It's just chicken. So it's just dried oven baked chicken. That's all there is. There's no other ingredients in it. It's just chicken. So I feel pretty good about giving him that. But I have to kind of give him that till I'm finished with the live stream. So as soon as I'm finished with the live stream, I will feed him because it seems like he is hungry. All right. Well, Greg, I'm interested to see your take on that anyway. So check it out. And my crappy Australian accent. All right. The Hunter region, in fact, is Australia. So that goes in there. Let's see. We got 2 left, and I think they're both chips. So the question is, which? No, let's see. I'm not gonna ask this one because it's kind of a multiple choice one, and it's kind of goofy because it answers itself. So I won't ask that one. Let's see. Okay, this one's okay. Which country are sweet egg tarts associated with? Again, which country are sweet egg tarts associated with? That goes over there, and let's grab another one. Let's do. I think these are going to be stronger, but not. Let's do these next. So these are from Jack and Jill is the product line, and they are from, what is the, okay, the company is Universal Robina Corporation. So these are Jack and Jill garlic and vinegar chippy. Chippies being chips. I don't think they're like plantains, but they don't look like potato chips either. Oh, corn chips. Okay. They're garlic and vinegar flavored corn chips. So they're probably more like Fritos than anything else, but they're garlic and vinegar flavored. This is a product of the Philippines, as is Jack and Jill product line is from the Philippines. So Universal Robina Corporation was founded in 1954 by John Gokongwei under the name Universal Corn Products. The Jack and Jill snack brand was created under the Universal Robina Corporation division in 1966. There we go. All right, so on the bottom. I had to give it the old college try before I resorted to scissors. Not as I would think with being garlicky, they would have a strong garlic smell. These are smaller than Fritos. They're like little bite-sized Fritos. Here, take a look. that's what we're talking about there. They definitely taste like Fritos. Ay, 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 ay. I am the Frito Bandito. Tastes like Fritos. Not as salty. They're not as salty as Fritos. Janice, is that your final answer? Not really garlicky. There's something peppery in there. It's really light on both the vinegar and the garlic flavoring. Like salt and vinegar chips, they have that definite vinegar taste. These don't. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Not now, of course, but I'm going to try these later. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them in the bag. I'm going to put some vinegar in there, and I'm going to put some garlic salt in there, or maybe garlic powder. I think it is garlic powder, so I don't make it too salty. Garlic powder and some vinegar. Shake the bag up. Try it again. There's something spicy in there, which is weird because it doesn't mention spice, but there's something spicy in there. I mean, it's nice that there's the spice in there, but I'm looking for garlic and vinegar, and I'm not really getting it. I'm going to give that, they're not bad, they're not terrible, but they also don't bring the garlic and vinegar flavor. I'm going to give them the thumbs in the middle. Thumbs in the middle on that one. Again, they're good corn chips, and I like the fact that they're not overly salty, but they're also not overly garlicky or vinegary. So, yeah, thumbs in the middle on that. All right, let's go back to our card. And the question was, which country are sweet egg tarts associated with it? And let's see. Janice Yamanaka initially said China, but then she says, or it could be Portuguese. I mean, Portugal, I imagine. That's your final answer. Your final answer is the Portuguese. I love plain Fritos. Can't go wrong with them. You can't, Jessica, unless you're planning on eating ones that are supposed to taste like garlic and vinegar. No. Yes, Janice, it is a good thing you did change your answer, because it is in fact Portugal. All righty, we got one snack left, and then you know what time it is, right? You guys know what time it is. Wow, both chips are, yeah, exactly. Go figure. So hopefully this next one will make up for it. So let's go ahead and read a question. I got some like chip residual stuck in my throat. That is a good beer. What garnish is used in the drink Negroni? Again, what garnish is used in the drink Negroni? Let's put that over there. Now, I looked at this and I thought these were Lay's, because it almost looks like the Lay's logo, but I don't think it is the Lay's logo. It could be, but I don't think it is. So these are, the company is Orion Corporation. These are Orion hot pepper swing chips is what they call them. And it's hot pepper flavor. It's actually showing you a slice of a red jalapeno there. Now, for those of you who have never seen a red jalapeno, you don't usually see red jalapenos. Like you go to the grocery store to buy jalapenos, you don't usually see the red ones. You might see the red ones if they've been sitting there for a while and they ripen, because what happens is jalapenos, as they ripen, will turn red. So they go from green to red. The reason that you only see green ones in the grocery store is because they harvest them sort of just before they become ripe. And the reason they do that is because if they're shipping them, they don't want them to go bad, to like become overly ripe while they're shipping it. So that's why when you buy them, they're typically green. But every once in a while, if you look in the thing with the jalapenos in it, you'll see a red one that just kind of snuck in there. That's a more that is older than the other ones, and they are typically hotter. The older ones are typically hotter. I don't know flavor-wise if it makes a big difference, but they're typically hotter. the red ones. So this looks like it's made with red jalapenos, but it just could be a picture of the red ones, and it could be that they don't even use jalapenos. I am not even going to go into the ingredients list here because I can't read. I don't know if it's Mandarin or Cantonese or whatever it is. Again, this is an Asian snack product, so I'm going to have to open it with the scissors. Or if I was Matt, I would just tear it apart in the middle. They don't smell hot. Nice flavor. They definitely have a pepper flavor. That's rare. Really, when you're working with peppers, like if you're hot sauces and stuff like that, but working with peppers, what you want is you want a fine balance between heat and flavor. So with extracts, you have heat but no flavor, right? And then you're talking about like on the high end of the Scoville scale, like 1 million and up. I think we tried an extract that was like 12 million, I want to say 12 or 15 million. That was one of our first episodes. So that's on the high end. And then again, with extracts, you get heat, but no flavor. That's no fun. So like maybe you just put a couple of drops in sauce, like you're making a sauce and you want that sauce to have some burn to it, then you would use an extract. But you're not going to add any pepper flavor to that. And then on the other hand, then sometimes you get the pepper flavor, but no heat. So like I've eaten some jalapenos that tasted like bell peppers. You know, it had that flavor. Jalapeno definitely has a very, very distinct flavor. So does habanero. Most peppers do, but sometimes you get flavor and no heat. So what you want really is you want a balance, right? You want heat. You want to be able to taste something. I would say to like medium to high end of the range of Scoville units, and then you want heat and flavor. This one so far brings flavor but no heat. Now I will say there's also an artificially sweet flavor in there. It's like a monk fruit stevia kind of flavor in there, and I don't like that. I'm definitely getting that. I'm definitely getting a artificial sweetener. And I know people are going to say stevia is not an artificial sweetener, it's a natural sweetener. It is a natural sweetener, but it's not sugar. And it has this very specific taste that to me tastes chemical. And I'm getting that from this. Now, part of that could be that they're using Szechuan peppercorns, because the thing about Szechuan peppercorns is that Szechuan peppercorns have a numbing effect on your mouth. And that's why a lot of people like them, because they can eat that heat, but it doesn't burn so much because you have the numbing effect. But the only problem with that is that in addition to having a numbing effect, it messes with your taste buds. So it changes the way things taste. And that's why I'm not really crazy about Szechuan peppercorns. So that's possible. But there is some sugariness to it. There's a little bit of sweetness to it that doesn't seem to belong here. There's really very little heat, but this has nice pepper flavor. They're not overly salty. They're not greasy. A light punch to it. But that sweetness, that artificial sweetness is kind of turning me off of this. Now, it's specifically a hot pepper flavor. I'm getting a pepper flavor, but I'm not getting any heat. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I don't like that sweetness, that artificial sweetness in there. That's going to get a thumbs down, trending upward. It's not horrible, it's not terrible, but it doesn't deliver on what it's supposed to deliver on. So I'm going to say thumbs down, trending upward. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. They have stevia. Oh, they have also, they do have stevia. Or they also, Janice, because everything has citric acid. That's one of the things that you guys are going to notice, especially videos that I'm making right now, is that so many times I'm reading the ingredients and it says citric acid in it that now in my videos that I have this thing where I said, like, I'll even zoom in close on it and I'll be reading the ingredients and I'll say, and citric acid, and then I'll just stop and I go, because there's citric acid in everything. There just seems to be citric acid in everything. So, so Janice, you're familiar with these chips? It sounds like but they definitely taste like it has stevia in it, and I don't like that. So there are ingredients. It's just so tiny, like the in English, very, very tiny. Let's see. Yep, stevia. Damn it! Did it for me. Why? Why do they do that? Why do they do that? They don't even have to be sugary. They don't have to be sweet. Don't add an artificial sweetener to that. Just, add some salt, add some pepper and everything. You don't need to have sugar in there. I don't know why they put stevia in there, but it just ruins it for me. It has that aftertaste too. I'm gonna change that to a thumbs down. It's just a thumbs down. Then blew the door closed. Yeah, that's a thumbs down for me. So I'm not too happy about that. But we tried. Looked at the ingredient list. Yeah, I just looked at the ingredients, but they were really tiny, so I had to get out the thing. Stevia's in there. You're absolutely right. It's funny because I don't like stevia. So that would have to be in one of those concoctions that I eat, like Val's Kryptonites. I'd have to have stevia in it. I have to put like a little, not a teaspoon, obviously, but like a little bit of stevia in there. I would have to add that to it because that would make it unpleasant for me. So I'd have to add that. I just like my sister-in-law once made some. I know it was like brownies or something, and I took a bite of it and I said, "Is there stevia in here?" And she says, "You can't taste that." And I said, "I absolutely can taste it. Is there stevia in here?" She says, "Yeah, there is. But how did you know?" And I'm like, "Because I can taste the stevia in there. It has this chemical taste that I don't like. I can definitely tell that there's stevia in there." So, yeah, I don't like my attitude towards something like that is if you have to sweeten it with stevia, just don't sweeten it. Like, what do you really need to? If you're making like brownies, cookies, something like that, and you need it to be sweet because cookies typically are, then yeah, maybe consider that. If you're trying to get away from using sugar, maybe consider using stevia. That's fine, right? But if you're making hot pepper chips that don't need to be sweet, don't put any sweetener in there. Don't put stevia in there, but don't put any sweetener in there. You don't have to put sugar in there either. I would have been fine with that. So yeah, that kind of ruins it for me. Thumbs down. Boom. Boom shakalaka. All right. Try all three at once. Oh, we're going to try everything at once. It is not too early to start our goût mélange, so let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to build it on one of these toasts. I think that's the way we're going to go today. I'll try to build it on one of these toasts. All right, so, I didn't read the question, the answer, the final answer. All right, so the question was, what garnish is used in the drink Negroni? Janice, why do I sound like Johnny Carson? What garnish was used in the drink Negroni? It was so hot today. It was so hot that Watertown evaporated. Okay, so the question was, what garnish is used in the drink Negroni? Let's see. Janice Yamanek said orange peel. Greg Wells said orange. Jessica Stanton said lime. It is, in fact, orange. Not necessarily orange peel, but I think it probably is. And extra points if we were giving out points. So Negroni, yeah. So we're not going to do a question for the goût mélange because we don't need to. But let's get started on a goût mélange. So I'm gonna do the. I think I'm gonna start with the liver. I want to say liverwurst, but it's not liverwurst. Where's my knife? Here we go. Our veal. What is it? Veal, pork, and chicken liver spread. I'm just kind of squirting that out of there. I'm going to make tiny sandwiches all week because this is the only bread I have in the house. I make tiny sandwiches all week. All right, we have our nice little bottom layer there. Let me clean that off. And then let's go for our caviar cream. Val, I think we have to sue those chip companies immediately. Immediately. However, the thing is, you have to be careful about bringing lawsuits in other countries because in other countries, it might not be a capital offense like it is here. It might not even be the capital offense here. All right, so this is our Veladis caviar cream, capelin caviar with crab meat. So far, nothing horrifying. Ooh, there's something wet over there. Nice contrast in color there. All right, there we go. Let's see, do we have other wet stuff? I don't think so. Oh yeah, we do. Our cheesecake bite, which is now a cheesecake drink. This is going to mess it up a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, that's a spread now. Not a bite, it's a drink. All right. That's going to add some goofiness to that. I know that for certain. Let's see. Walking tamale. They got away with it this time. And I would have got away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids. Gonna kind of, yeah, let's do that. There we go. All righty. Nice black bean action happening there. And I think, oh, no, I'm going to put that on the top. All right, so let's get some of our corn chips. Our chippies. Now, these are called chippies, which I guess, it's kind of like a Filipino thing, right? Chippy being potato chips. But it's funny because different parts of the world, chippies mean something else. Like if you're in the UK, a chippy is a chip shop. And a chip shop is typically a place where they make fish and chips and they fry a bunch of different stuff. So like if you've ever seen our episode, let's see, we did one, this was years ago, a place called Max in Santa Barbara, California. They're not open anymore, but we did a deep fried haggis there. And I think it was a deep fried Mars bar as well. I think we did it with Q the Critic. And then we also in Beaverton, Oregon, at BG's Food Cartel, there was a food cart called the Frying Scott. Oh, it still is. It's still there. It was there last time I was there. I talked to the guy who owns it. It was kind of cool. And we all, and there was a chip shop there as well, but their specialty is, because it's Scottish, is fried haggis as well. So that is one type of chippy. And then they don't really use the term so much anymore, but especially in the South in the 1950s, a chippy was a prostitute. So that's the thing about using, going to another country and using a word that means one thing in one country and something else in another country. So I don't know how many people from other countries are still on here, but yes, you did, Tom, just in time for the Goop Melange. Let's see. Oh, we need our pizza biscotti. That's sad. That was disappointing. Look at that. That's actually pretty. Look at that. And our artificially flavored cherry biscuit or cookie. Yes, ice hand. I think I just mentioned that. We probably just got caught up with it. But yeah, Chippy is a lady of the evening, or used to be. I don't know if it still is or not. All righty, here we go. I'm gonna get lockjaw trying to eat that, but there we go. This is gonna be a fine mess. I'm gonna use the big plate and eat it over the plate because it's gonna deteriorate. It's gonna self-destruct here. Jessica, Trixie, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Trixie was the name of, what was this character's name? Art Carney on The Honeymooners was Ed Norton. Ed Norton's wife, I believe her name was Trixie. So back then, I don't think it was a prostitute name, but there's a lot of, there's a funny scene in Ted, in the movie Ted, with the talking stuffed animal, stuffed bear, where he's trying to guess the name of Mark Wahlberg's girlfriend, who he says is, or a stripper that he dated, and he's trying to guess the stripper name, and he's running through this whole litany of stripper names. I don't know if Trixie was in there or not, but could be. Ed Norton, that's right. Norton, you are a mental case. This isn't bad. I was thinking that the sweet stuff would kind of mess it up, especially that cheesecake bite. It's not too bad because it's kind of creamy without being like overly sweet. The pate and the caviar is nice in there. The jelly, the cherry flavored jelly isn't really like crazy, stupid crazy or anything. Actually, not bad. There's some sweetness in there. Well, not crazy. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't eat this on purpose. Wouldn't order it in a bar. I mean, a restaurant or anything. But it doesn't suck. Actually brings up the nice flavors of everything. Yeah, there's really nothing to complain about there. It's not amazing, not fantastic. Not something I want to do all the time, but some nice flavors put together in there. I'm going to give that a thumbs up, trending downward. Maybe a thumbs in the middle, trending upward. Somewhere there. But one of these, anyways, in that area. Nothing offensive in there at all. And believe it or not, strangely enough, nothing that really doesn't taste like it belongs there. So I don't know. There we go. I bruleed Vienna sausage. Oh, cool. I can't wait to see that one, Tom. I won't even ask you yet. I'll wait till the episode comes out to find out how it went. Oh, no, you can't ask Jessica. You have to wait till the episode comes out. You have to watch on the episode. Tom can't give that away. That's going to get, thumbs up, trending downward. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I wouldn't do it all the time, but it's not bad at all. All right, well, so our poll is over. And it looks like 95% of you want us to continue to do the trivia questions. So we will continue to do the trivia questions for you. I can do it for myself, but what fun is that? I'm reading the answers at the same time. So it's for you. So I want to thank you all for joining us on this Sunday. I'm not sure what's going to happen next week yet. I will let you know. I do have some other stuff that I have to film that's on like a timely basis. And I do have a Halloween party that I have to go to on Saturday. So I think we might do it on Sunday. We might do it a different way on Saturday or something. I will let you guys know during the week. By the way, some people like send me email or something or text me and say, hey, are you doing a live stream? I will at least I tried to do it at least by Thursday or Friday at the latest. I'd send something out. So I do it on all social media. I put it in the community page. I do it on Twitter. I do it on YouTube. On Facebook, both on my feed and on the Trippy Food page in Facebook. I do it in Threads, and I do it on Instagram. So you can always check all those places. If you're not subscribed to me or following me on any of those, go ahead and do so. The only thing I would warn you about is on Twitter. I kind of stray from the whole travel food thing occasionally, and so probably do more of that of straying from that than actually doing that on Twitter. But it's still a way to get stuff out there and let you guys know. So Halloween is coming up. We'll try to do something special for a Halloween episode. Again, I don't know if we're going to do a Halloween live stream per se, but we'll try to figure things out. Again, thank you all for joining us, for taking part of your weekend to join us. I love the community. I love the group that we have. I just like no issues with you guys, ever had any issues with you guys. It's a great group. We're not big by YouTube standards, but it's just a fun group, and I just love doing this for you guys and with you guys every week. It's a high point of my week, and I just really enjoy it. I would remind you, though, if you have not subscribed and you are participating, then subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. It helps us out. I would also ask you to check out other people's, like Tom, old guy in Colorado, got some great content there, and he did post. If you scroll back up, he did post his second site, which is the George and Pudgy Show stuff, or the Old Guy Radio Players, I think is what it's called. And check that out as well. Janice Yamanaka, check her channel out. She's very prolific. She puts out a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, and it's a great channel, so check it out. If you want to know which channels we recommend, go to our main page on YouTube and then scroll down to featured channels. Under featured channels, you'll see them all listed there. So Reckless Eating is in there, and LA Beast is in there. So all the greats, and be sure to subscribe and be sure to click the like thing on the videos because that helps them out as well. So again, thank you so much. I hope you guys had a great week and going into the holiday season and everything. I hope that it is fruitful and peaceful for you guys. And again, thank you so much for joining us today. And Doodle says so too, right, Doodle? Right? Doodle, you want to wave? You want to wave at them? No? You want to wave? Here we go. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, waves bye-bye. 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 Thank you all for joining us again. We will see you again soon. But remember that it's crazy out there. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of others. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend.